got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems, I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems, I solve them. I run through the...
Welcome to another episode of the Problems on Problems podcast. I am your host, Mike, and this week I'm still unprepared as to what the intro is going to be, but let's talk about your Halloween weekend. How was it, guys? How'd it go? I'm again talking to myself, so I might as well tell you guys how mine was. Halloween weekend was, I think it was unfair. I think it was unfair in the sense that it was too good, and too good because there's so many events and activities going on. I know some of you guys didn't do your thing, social distance, all that stuff. I responsibly had a grand old time this Halloween weekend, starting with Friday. I don't know how to say this, but I made 100 Jell-O shots. We're not going to talk about everything else that went into Mike's body that weekend. Whoa! You can't be saying that this early in the show, Mike. I apologize. We're not going to talk about what I ingested this weekend because it was food, alcohol, the norm. And it's boring. But those 100 Jell-O shots. Number one, I will tell you, I accidentally discovered a great flavor if you do orange Jell-O with that red, white, and berry Smirnoff. I don't know what happened, but it was delicious. But yeah, making 100 of those without lids and then having to press and seal all of them because you procrastinated in ordering lids makes for a longer Friday night. So once I finished once I finished making them and like setting them all and putting them in the fridge, luckily enough, I didn't do any grocery shopping the week before, so it was a very empty fridge. Those were in the bag. Those were ready to go. And then fast forward to Saturday. Saturday got to see my new hometown favorite team, Charlotte FC. Their academy, their U17s and their U15s played this past weekend. I only had time to watch the U17 game in which they beat Atlanta United's academy team 3-2. And I'm very happy about that win in the I-85 rivalry. So take that, Atlanta. Although I'm wearing your colors right now. Irony. But yeah, so we did some of that. We, as in Mike and none of your business. And you know what? The Great White and South End Ken were there. So that's a thing if you guys are into that. But yeah, then we move on to the Loud Luxury and Major Lazer concert, which, number one, before you guys get all antsy and wound up and everything like that, it was a drive-in concert. So there's that. Take it as you will. It was a drive-in concert. I don't think I'm ever going to be that close to Diplo ever again. So that was nice. Found out a bunch of things. Like you can use truck beds as a trampoline. I'm just gonna move eventually, and then you guys are just gonna miss it. But yeah, so a lot of jumping. Very cool. Gosh, I was reminded of my age the next day when I was like, hey man, your knees and quads were not meant to jump that much. But hey, it's a thing. We learn, we move. But yes, music, great. Atmosphere, great. Costumes, great. If I have, I'll put up here somewhere, costumes and videos. And before you guys say anything else, it was a good time. Good time. Socially distanced. Good time positive, COVID negative. There you go. That's the slogan we're going to use from now on. But that happened. And then, gosh, I can't remember. That sounds awful. I'm sorry. I can't remember much of the rest of the night because really we just finished the concert, dropped some people off, and then peaced out, went home, did our thing, went to sleep like responsible adults that had things to do on Saturday. But what I realized is, and I don't know, you know what, play the side tangent music. We're going to go on this. I need y'all to normalize male jumpsuits. And I say that because I wore a red jumpsuit from Money Heist, La Casa de Papel, whatever you want to call it on Netflix. You know the deal. You know the costume. And that thing was probably the most comfortable thing I've ever worn in my life. Like, yes, Halloween-wise, by far the easiest costume to ever, like, move in and kind of partake in and all that stuff. On top of that, it was warm because we were outside at a drive-in concert at the Motor Speedway. And it's just, gosh, it's so comfortable. Like, I can't say enough good things. I'll probably wear it out again just in public. I don't know how yet, but it's gonna happen because that thing was way too freaking comfortable. I need y'all to normalize that. So normalize male jumpsuits. All right, that, and have more drive-in concerts. Like, those things are great. It reminds me of the old times as if they were so far away, but man, yeah. Anyways, and we're back. Okay. But that's not what I came here to talk to you guys about. I came here to talk to you guys about the Friendapist. That's the title of the episode. The Friendapist. I'm still working on that. I think it's a good title, but we're going to keep it there. The Friendapist, you know them. The friend therapist, the one that you go to for answers, the one who listens to everything, the one who listens, but who's also lived enough to give you some advice to make you feel like you've been heard. I'm not taking claim as if I'm a friend therapist, a friendapist. Get used to it. I'm not taking claim to being the friendapist. That's not, I don't know. I feel like it's just, I don't know. I talk to people, but yeah, every group has them. You'll usually find them having heart-to-hearts with people left and right throughout the night. Like, yes, they may partake in like the group and stuff like that, but then usually you can find them on a balcony somewhere in the corner of a party, just having a real close moment with somebody in the friend group because they've made everyone feel comfortable enough to talk to them about their problems. Secretly, I think friendapists enjoy other people's problems because it might just distract them from their own. And in which case, if that's you, see a real therapist. It's not a bad thing. I will always advocate for seeing a professional or getting professional help, especially for mental health and all that stuff. But yeah, you don't got to hold all that in. With that being said, they're essential to every friend group, but sometimes you should probably check in on them because they might have their own problems going on. And it might just be, like I said before, that they internalize their issues and their problems. So, or they kind of like shelve them because listening to yours and helping you solve your problems makes them feel as though their problems aren't as bad or as manageable, but it's also a distraction from those problems. So check in on your Friendapist friends because, but yeah, no, definitely check in on the Friendapist. It probably takes a lot out of them although they find enjoyment in listening to your problems, they probably need a break every once in a while. They just need like time alone to just chill. And if that's the case, everyone needs that. But Friendapist, take your time, do your thing. How are you? How are you really doing? Do you want to talk about that? Because that's terrifying. But yeah, no, it's like, it's that thing. It's that idea that if you relate it to other people's problems, your problems don't seem as bad, and in reality, they're your problems because you haven't dealt with them, kind of thing. So, groups of friends, Friendapists, do your part. Yes, help people. Yes, continue living your life, continue making mistakes so that you have advice to give people. But then on top of that, also don't hold all that stuff in. It's not okay. You can do better. You can be better. All right. So Friendapist, I love you. Make sure you're doing all right. This might be a series. I say that almost every other episode, that this might be a series and that might be a series. FYI, we're still working on the wine series. It's difficult to schedule individuals, especially when you don't schedule individuals. Mike, good job. I forgot about that part. My bad. I'm sorry, Taylor, and possibly someone else. But yes, be on the lookout for the wine series. Also, I'm still working on a title for that one, so we don't know what's going to happen with that. But also be on the lookout for a future series about friend roles, because every group has friend roles, and I know you've already started thinking about 3 different friend roles that either you're in or people that fit those roles, and we'll get to those, okay? We'll get to the leader, we'll get to the followers, we'll get to the behind the scenes string puller, we'll get to many, many more. But for now, the Friendapist, check on your Friendapist, and as long as that's groovy, we'll be okay. All right. But we'll do what we always do. We'll do a quick little break. This episode's probably shorter. This episode's probably shorter because it's, well, number one, this is it's a late recording, so we're crunching it on time. I know, procrastination. We'll eventually get to that episode too, because nobody wants to talk about their own problems, like my own procrastination. But then on top of that, it's voting day. Voting day. It's election day. I apologize for wherever my brain is at. It's election day. So it's currently being recorded on Tuesday, November 3rd. Congratulations to everybody that went out and voted. I voted. You should have voted. Yeah. And if you didn't vote, I feel like, here comes another side tangent. If you didn't vote, then I really don't. Well, yeah. If you can vote and you didn't vote, you have no room to complain about anything, in my opinion, because you didn't do anything to even try and change anything. A lot of anything. But yeah, you got no room to complain if you didn't take part in it. I think it's one of those few rights that we have as U.S. citizens that should be more of a responsibility. But yeah, if you didn't vote and you had the ability to, I don't want to hear your issues with whoever wins. Grammar for you. But yeah, and if you did vote, congratulations. Good job. I'm proud of you for exercising that right. I'm proud of you for taking advantage of that and using it as the responsibility. Whoever you voted for, that part to me matters less, and we can dive into that later. But the fact that you did vote, kudos to you. Good job. But with that, we'll do the break thing. We'll do that weird 3-second commercial. We'll do the POP thing, and then we'll come right back. POP, and we're back. I'm back. You know what? We're back. You, me, everyone watching and listening, we are back collectively, because I don't think that's going to change. I think I'm too much of a group person that as soon as it's like any kind of collective of people, I'm like, we're the same. We're a group. I still have an identity as Mike. Don't worry about it. Especially when we got into this conversation about Friendapist and all that stuff. Trust me, I have my own identity. We're good to go. But right now, you and we are back. And with that, like we normally do, I have no idea where I was going on that. I got so distracted. We're back. We're doing our thing. And like every week, it's time to talk about the Friday food debate. I only say it that long because the animation's like 5 seconds, and I really cut it down to 3. I just need enough time to get that animation in there, just so you know, a little behind the scenes. But yes, last week we talked about Halloween candy. Is it better sweet or sour? And I'm proud of y'all. 61% of you said you rather go with sour as a better Halloween candy over sweet. I appreciate you. I don't know. I don't want to run the analytics on this because I don't think you can. I don't know if it's preference, if it's medical necessity that your candies are no longer sweet, diabetes. But yeah, man, I just feel like sweet is just kind of overplayed to my sweet tooth people. Sorry. That's just, it is what it is. More sweets for you. I mean, honestly, now I don't know if I confused y'all by not really. Did I include chocolates? I feel like I included chocolates. Sours. It's honestly the way to go. It's, I think, a better all-around candy, gives you more flavor. If you're not into sour, grow up. That's coming out real hot. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. But also, yeah, grow up. This week, I'll preface this by saying some of you might not drink cow's milk, but you still got almond milk, soy milk, oat milk, different types of nut milk. I don't like how that sounds. And I apologize to everybody that had to hear that. But yes, you got various types of milk. So how do you store it? Do you store it on the door of your fridge, or do you store it on the shelf of your fridge? So milk of all types, dairy of all types, where do you store it? Door or shelf? But with that, we're going to move right into our Friday follows, which, again, every time I do a Friday follows, I don't understand how long it took me to get to these businesses and people, mainly because I think I just see them so often that they're just like a normal part of my life, like a consistent part of my life. But yeah, actually the business that we're going to shout out is the 704 shop. Local clothing brand. They're killing the game when it comes to Charlotte apparel. Actually, let's do this. That right there is a 704 Shake Shack collab, because your boy is thick and thick boys for life. They did a collab with Shake Shack when it was the first Shake Shack to open in the Carolinas. It was in Charlotte. By pure happenstance, I was on a staycation when they were opening. Hold on, let's pause for Le Police. Awesome. I was on a staycation and I was able to go and be one of the first 100 people in line for this Shake Shack, because I mean, I like Shake Shack, but I also like free hats. So 704 Shake Shack collab. They have a way more clothing that's not just Shake Shack collabs. Okay. But yeah, shout out to them. And then the individual, again, I apologize for taking so long for shouting you out, but Corey from DailySpecialCLT. He has been doing his thing, doing bits out here, highlighting Charlotte restaurants, food stalls, food trucks left and right, where he has over 1,500 specials of restaurants, or like specials listed to restaurants, food stalls, food carts, everything like that in and around Charlotte. Man's doing bits. He's also killing the game when it comes to food pictures. So hit him up, do your thing, do what you guys always do, blow up his page. But yes, with that, guys, we will bring this episode to an end, because we got to do things. We got other things, other places to be, other places to go. If you guys want anyone shouted out on the Friday follows or anything like that, someone that I may have been missed on my radar or something like that, make sure to let me know. Other than that, guys, make sure to go follow the Problems on Problems podcast page on Instagram. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to Problems on Problems right here. At your boy, Mike Santi. I don't know if I told that in the beginning of the episode, but, follow your boy at Mike Santi 18 on all social media. And with that, guys, like I always say, if it's not a good time, hope it's a good story. And I will see y'all next week.
Came through dripping Aquafina, I'm sipping 15, kept a weapon on me. Blow make bitches, I'm on my business, stack chicken like what it's gon' be. Crew in the cut, hey, you want us, red run when I tell her peace. Love is love.